going to be talking about funding your medical school application process journey. I know it can be very expensive, from paying for your primaries and then paying for every secondary you submit, and then once you get interviews, paying not only traveling to get there, but if you know no one there, hotels, but Airbnb, whatever the case may be. So I just kind of compiled a list of things that can help you. First and foremost, I know it's kind of late for the people who are already in the cycle now, but for those of you who are getting ready to go through the application
process,
those of you all who are planning to apply in the next upcoming cycle, plan ahead. So you already know that this is what you're going to do. So if you've had a job for a while, just like you would take out some money and put it in a savings account to save up for something that you'd be saving for, start a medical school applications savings pool and take a little bit out of your paycheck and put it aside so that you can have money to pay for your primaries and your secondaries. They are not cheap. I feel like, let me think, the MCAS processing fee plus one medical school designation is, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but it's definitely like 130 something, maybe 160 something, I can't remember. And then every medical school that you designate after that is $37. That price varies each cycle. So if you're looking to apply to, 15 schools, you can imagine that's a lot of money just for primaries, not even for your secondaries. So that's one thing that I would say. Second, you are allowed to add medical schools to your MCAS after you submitted it. So say I wanted to submit to, 15 schools, and I only had the money right now to apply to 5 or 6. So I go ahead and submit my MCAS, and I probably pick the 5 or 6 schools that I for sure know that I want to go to as the schools so that my application can be early at those schools. So go ahead and submit it. You are allowed to add medical schools after you've processed your MCAS application. So maybe once I get another paycheck, if I'm working, or after I've gathered up the money, then I can go back in and add those other medical schools. So that way you're not dropping a large lump sum of money at the same time. And if you need to wait for other money to come in from other sources, then you have that leeway, but you haven't put all of your applications on hold waiting for all the money to be there. Secondly, if you have applied to a school where you have family that lives in that city, friends that you maybe went to college with, literally, if you applied anywhere where you know someone living close by, stay with them. Don't waste money on a hotel. Don't waste money on an Airbnb. Just ask them if you can stay. It's literally for a night, maybe 2 if you decide to come early. But try to find people who live there to stay with. I know a lot of schools offer a host program. So when you come to interview, they will have current medical students who are willing to open up their home and allow you to stay with them during the duration of your interview, and then you can leave and go back home. So that's one thing that I think is also very helpful and something to look into if there's a state where you don't have any family, before you drop, $100, $200 for a hotel. Also, I know everybody's like, make sure you dress to impress for your medical school interviews, but honestly, splurge on one really nice suit and call it a day. Like, don't feel that you have to go out and buy a new suit for every interview. Granted, I just had a lot of dress clothes because I'm a church girl, and between that and all the business professional I've had and accumulated throughout the years, I had options. But if that's not you, find one really nice suit that fits you really well, and you can wear that for the duration of your application cycle if you can't afford to keep buying more and more clothes. Also, if it's within driving distance and isn't too crazy, I don't mean like driving from California to Maryland or something. That's a little ridiculous. But if it's within driving distance, maybe consider driving instead of flying if that's an option. The money that you put into a flight could also really just be spent putting gas in the tank, and it might be a little bit cheaper depending on how far the drive is. So for example, if it's a 3-4 hour drive. By the time you pay for a flight, and who knows when you'll find out about this interview, if it's short notice, flights could be $200. So, I mean, instead of paying for a round trip ticket, you could have your car, you could drive, and that could save you a lot of money as well. So those are just a few small things that you can do to kind of save yourself some extra money during your medical school application process. It's very expensive. If you have the opportunity to have help from your parents, please take it. I know a lot of us say, like, I can do this on my own, whatever the case may be, but if you are blessed enough to have parents who want to help and contribute to that, definitely take their help. And if not, just save a little bit of every paycheck you get if you're working. If people give you money for your birthday, I mean, just kind of plan ahead and pull that money to the side. But as I continue to think of other things, I'll be sure to drop them below. I will also put in the description box good places that I think to find suits that are reasonably priced and not too expensive. If you have any other questions about how to fund the journey, you know the drill. Feel free to reach out to me and ask. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at the M&MLife. Bye.